For months now, we've been speculating as to how and why Miss Markle's getting away with all her shenanigans, why the royals are not acting against her. We have also been speculating as to whether it has anything to do with information that she has and actually threatening the royals with. I do, however, think that we've all been looking in the wrong places. We've been looking for photographs, which I do believe now does not exist anymore, due to the fact that the internet has been thoroughly scrubbed. However, looking in a different direction and looking for information instead of photographs, I found rather interesting. In 2011, Meghan Markle was the Master of Ceremonies at an ADL, Anti-Defamation League, a Jewish organization. She was Master of Ceremonies at one of their awards dinners. Is Meghan Markle Jewish? Well, we don't know. She was married to Trevor Ingleson, who was indeed Jewish, and she had a Jewish wedding. As far as I know, you have to convert to Judaism before you can have a Jewish wedding. Nonetheless, she attended the ADL function along with her husband Trevor Ingleson and was indeed the Master of Ceremonies at the awards dinner. When I looked into the ADL, I found the surname Epstein rather prominently. Now, I just want to make clear that I'm not pointing fingers at any of these people, as the surname Epstein is rather a common Jewish surname and can be found all over the world. There are Epsteins who are doctors, lawyers, podiatrists, journalists, authors, and indeed all over the world. So I'm not pointing fingers. However, I do find it rather a large coincidence to see that the current chair in office is indeed a lady called Esther Epstein, that one of the previous directors was a Benjamin R. Epstein, who passed away in 1983. And I'm asking, is there a relationship between these Epsteins and Jeffrey Epstein? Could be, could not be, who knows? However, it is well known and a documented fact that Epstein donated large amounts of money to a number of Jewish organizations. Then, to make matters even worse, Kirscher, I don't know how to pronounce his surname, the American prosecutor who was responsible for Epstein walking away with a sweetheart deal in 2005, received a rather significant award from the ADL in 2018. Strange, don't you think? Anyway, so I've looked into Meghan Markle and the United Nations, where we all know she gave a very famous speech in 2015. I also found that Jeffrey Epstein's brother, Mark, represented a foundation called the Humpty Dumpty Foundation at the UN in 2015, where he hosted a dinner as well. You can pause the video. I've downloaded some information on Mark Epstein, and it's highly unlikely that Mark did not know about his brother Jeffrey's business and shenanigans. Very, very unlikely. But please pause the video and read for yourselves, or go to the article that I have listed down below and go read it. Then we're going on to golf. We all know this lady featured in this video who at length told that she used Meghan Markle as a caddy who was auctioned off to a celebrity during this tournament. So, another link. We also know that Meghan Markle dated Rory McIlroy, a well-known golfer, for a short period of time. So she indeed has links with the top echelon, the rich, who are interested in golf. And we also know that Jeffrey Epstein was indeed a golfer and played golf. As a matter of fact, he played golf at Trump's Mar-a-Lago resort, where he was thrown out of in 2015. But he was definitely around, and he played golf with the richest of the rich. Right, moving on. We all know that Meghan Markle is a great supporter of the Obamas and the Clintons, and in particular Hillary Clinton. We also know that Sarah Latham is now employed as Meghan and Harry's PR person. Sarah Latham, who is very, very political and who most likely knows the good, the bad, and the ugly about the Clintons. And then, of course, we cannot forget about Soho House and Marcus Anderson. And I'm not going to get into that. You can go read all you want about Soho House on the internet. Information is readily available. So where am I getting at with this video? Well, we all know that Prince Andrew is featuring prominently in the Jeffrey Epstein case. So why exactly has Prince Andrew been given Meghan Markle the cold shoulder since day one, since the actual wedding? We saw him basically elbowing and buffering Meghan Markle out at the Trooping of the Colour in 2019. We've seen him pulling faces when he had to sit near her. We've seen him completely ignoring her at various other functions. So we saw that at the Christmas do, the church event that was filmed and featured, how he walked out in front of Harry and Meghan with a sour face. So why is he treating her like that, when initially the rest of the royals were rather welcoming? It is my belief, and it's my conspiracy theory number one, that Meghan Markle had placed herself in the right circles where, if she had not come into contact with either Epstein or Prince Andrew herself, she, at the very least, were in the right places at the right time to hear all the juicy gossip. Things you and I may never hear. She heard it all, people, without a doubt. How she could ever say that she did not know about Jeffrey Epstein or had never met him is absolutely beyond me. But we cannot say for a fact that she had met him. We can just have a theory, a conspiracy theory, but to my mind, a fairly solid one. Thank you for watching.